May 2022, Do Kwon, the crypto genius, promised to reinvent the dollar without banks, without governments, just pure algorithm. Terra USD, the world's third largest stablecoin, valued at $18 billion, was always pegged to $1. Luna, the governance token, soared from under $1 to $119. The Terra ecosystem, with Anchor Protocol and its 20% yields, was a haven for investors in a turbulent market. On paper, this was a revolution, decentralized money that shamed traditional markets. Rivals like Tether and USDC should have been trembling. But in just 1 week, it all vanished. UST plunged below 10 cents, Luna hit hyperinflation with 6.5 trillion units, and $60 billion went up in smoke. This is one of the strangest paradoxes in financial history. How did a system designed for stability become crypto's fastest collapse? The answer wasn't technology. The algorithm worked until trust vanished. The answer was hidden in one man's mind, Do Kwon. This isn't a story of failure, it's a story of a financial cult, a tale of how human hubris exploded an algorithmic empire from within. And in this video, we'll expose the blueprint of this organizational detonation. But here's the real secret. The trigger for the collapse wasn't an external attack. It was a tweet sent right at the peak of the crisis containing a lie that destroyed millions of investors. Steady, lads. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. To grasp the depth of this disaster, you need to understand Terra's power. In 2021, the crypto market was booming. Stablecoins, bridging wild volatility and dollar stability, were worth over $100 billion. Do Kwon and Terraform Labs, driven by decentralization ideology, built UST, an algorithmic stablecoin with no fiat backing. Just a smart algorithm in symbiosis with Luna. This system worked miracles in a bull market. Luna's price rocketed from $0.65 in January 2021 to $119 in April 2022, and UST's market cap hit $18.7 billion. The lunatics community, fanatical supporters, worshipped Do Kwon as crypto's messiah. Anchor Protocol, the growth engine, offered a fixed 20% yield to UST depositors. While banks gave zero, Anchor locked up $14 billion in TVL, 75% of all UST. The demos were stunning. Users could deposit UST and earn risk-free yields. Do Kwon boasted in interviews, "We've rebuilt the dollar." This empire, backed by the Luna Foundation Guard, or LFG, and 80,000 Bitcoin reserves worth $3 billion, seemed invincible. But beneath the glossy surface, a fatal flaw lurked in Terra's DNA. That flaw was the illusion of algorithmic stability, total dependence on market trust without real backing. Unlike Tether, which holds actual dollars, UST relied solely on the mint and burn mechanism. Always swap $1 worth of Luna for 1 UST. In good times, it worked. Arbitrageurs profited, and the system balanced. But if trust eroded, the death spiral activated. Selling UST led to explosive Luna minting, Luna price crashes, and an endless inflationary cycle. This culture might work for rapid growth, but it was poison for money. Retail investors, like a father who staked his kid's college fund, trusted the system's stability. But Do Kwon ignored warnings. Economists, like Francesca Coppola, called it a time bomb. Kwon's response? "I don't debate the poor." This hubris set the stage for crypto's worst crisis. Crisis day arrived, and immediately the first disastrous decision revealed itself. From January to April 2022, the tremors began. LFG aimed for $10 billion in Bitcoin to defend the peg, but migrating liquidity from Curve's 3-pool to 4-pool created vulnerability. Celsius and Alameda Research, spotting the weakness, unleashed massive UST sells, over $85 million on May 7th. It was madness. Why? Because without real backing, the system was fragile against a bank run. But the killing blow was human betrayal. May 8th, 2022, just one day after the dip started, Do Kwon, the CEO, publicly declared the system strong. He tweeted, "I love chaos." But behind the scenes, mass withdrawals from Anchor, billions fleeing, broke the peg. Exactly at the crisis peak, Do Kwon tweeted something that changed everything. Deploying more capital, steady lads. This was the decision that killed Terra. Not whale attacks, not the algorithm. This tweet was a lie that shattered trust because there wasn't enough real capital. LFG only loaned $1.5 billion, but the selling pressure was $60 billion. This decision stemmed from Do Kwon's hubris. He had a quote, "95% of coins will die, but watching companies die is entertaining." Engineers and experts begged for model reforms, but Kwon said, "Bow down." If he'd taken warning seriously earlier, the disaster might have been avoidable. But he thought he could buy the market with a tweet. And when he realized he couldn't, like a cult leader denying defeat, he dragged millions into the abyss. UST dropped to 0.70 cents, Luna below $10, and the death spiral ignited. After the tweet, Terra became a zombie, a dead man walking. The blockchain halted, exchanges suspended trading, Terra failed. But the idea of algorithmic stablecoins didn't fail, just Terra's model. Terra's exit created a massive power vacuum. The market proved demand for DeFi existed, but not with algorithmic risk. And who filled this vacuum? Rivals with real backing, Tether and USDC. Stablecoin market cap post-crash surged to over $150 billion, focusing on backed models. But the fire spread. Three Arrows Capital went bankrupt with $600 million losses, followed by Celsius and Voyager. This was crypto's winter, a market correction. The market rejected Terra's unbacked algorithmic model and embraced fiat-backed ones. Do Kwon fled, but justice caught up. Arrested in Montenegro, extradited to the US in January 2025, and convicted of fraud in August 2025. Terraform Labs paid a $4.5 billion fine. Terra had innovative tech, but the wrong strategy. They forgot that in finance, algorithms aren't king. Trust is king. And they destroyed trust. Terra's story isn't about a failed product. It's a clash between decentralization ideology and market reality. Do Kwon tried to treat money like a coding problem. He thought if the algorithm balanced, he'd win. But he didn't understand that investors aren't engineers, they're humans. And humans need real stability, not illusions. And this brings us to today's Empire Law. Empire Law number 5. Innovation catches capital, but only real backing builds loyalty. Terra caught everyone's attention with its algorithm, but without backing, it lost trust. In a market built on long-term investment, anchor yields, UST deposits, hidden risk is the most toxic element. Psychologically, humans crave stability, like ancient tribes loyal to reliable leaders. Do Kwon didn't get this. His hubris, the fatal flaw, led to the bank run. This law isn't just for Terra. Any empire that hides risks is doomed, no matter how revolutionary your idea. Do we see this today? Look at DeFi. Everyone has innovation, but which protocol has real backing, like Bitcoin or fiat, to survive crises? That protocol will be the next empire. But what do you think? If Do Kwon had taken warnings seriously and added real backing, could Terra have survived? Or was the algorithmic model doomed from the start? Leave your strategic analysis in the comments. Has innovation without backing burned you in life? Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next empire law. We're just getting started. In the next video, we'll tackle an empire they said was too big to fail, but vanished in 48 hours.